Welcome back to the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. It is Chad and myself. What's up, bud? You there?
Yeah, of course I'm here.
Oh,
I was
there you are.
definitely not muted. What is going on? Lots of
We
football.
are on episode 100. 100.
I can't believe we did 100 episodes.
It's crazy, right? And we definitely have a packed one since it's college football is now finished with the conference championships. Well, I don't know. Is there like a weird one today? They always do like weird ones.
No, I don't think so because the playoff committee comes out at noon with the
that's
bracket,
right. That's right. Okay.
Just
All
the
right.
Army-Navy game left.
Yeah, but that doesn't have any
next weekend
things for the playoff. So
no. I don't think Army's going to get in.
No.
And that doesn't actually that game doesn't affect it at all. Obviously, because they're doing it right today. So
yeah. And then obviously we're going to get to the NFL picks for this week. But first, let's start with the college football conference championships. So to start, Army beat Tulane. Wait, right?
Yep.
Army-Navy games today?
No, next weekend.
Oh, next weekend. Next weekend.
Yeah.
I thought you said today. Okay.
Yeah, next weekend.
Army beat Tulane 35-14 to win the American Athletic Conference, right? Is that what that stands for?
Yep, the American Athletic Conference that Louisville was part of for a little bit.
Boise State beat UNLV 21-7 to win the Mountain West Conference.
Ashton Genty, 209 yards.
That's so good. But they only put up 21 points.
Yeah.
And you had that many rushing yards, you know?
Says a lot about your quarterback.
Yeah. Arizona State didn't want to make it a game, and they beat Iowa State 45-19 to win the Big 12.
They beat the brakes off them. Scatabo was running wild. He had 16 carries for 170 yards. He was
that's crazy.
There was so many runs where he broke like 4 or 5 tackles. And it wasn't just like breakaways. He was breaking tackles. It's insane. That guy's going to be a good running back in the NFL.
Right. All right. And then I'm just going in order of how the games concluded yesterday because obviously this next game was the best of the games, in my opinion. But Georgia beat Texas in overtime 22-19 to win the SEC. And that was crazy because Beck got hurt.
Yeah.
And then he actually had to come in for that final play because the backup quarterback had his helmet knocked off, which, by the way, dumbest rule in sports.
Yeah.
The absolute dumbest rule in college football. Your helmet comes off, you have to sit a play out. It's so dumb.
I said that, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, oh, that guy has to sit out. He has to sit out. He can't do this next play. That's not like
and he
the
only
NFL.
had to sit out because it was not called targeting.
Yep.
If it was called targeting, he could have stayed in the game. But
yep, it was not called targeting, which that dude was definitely targeting. Like I know the definition, but that dude was headhunting. He was literally he only hit his head.
It looks similar. It looks similar to the Trevor Lawrence play.
It like that dude was going for his head. Whether he didn't use the crown of the helmet, and that's the thing is because he was a runner. It has to be the crown of the helmet or it doesn't count, which doesn't make sense. He still fucking forcefully hit his head very, very hard at full speed.
Yes. And if anything, in my opinion, your arm hitting someone's neck and head area is more forceful than the head or the crown of the helmet because you have more strength in your arm, at your chest level than you would at your head. So I don't know, but they didn't call it, and he had to sit out. And then the next play,
game over.
They won the SEC championship game. So, and then Clemson beat SMU and 34-31 last night. Another great game.
Walk-off field goal.
56-yard field goal.
From a guy, the target line was like 7 yards away. So he was way out of his range. But his
career high was 51. So for him to exceed, and when you look at the replay, he still had about 3 or 4 yards on the ball. So
you know what set up that play? Did you watch because they had 9 seconds. They kicked it off with 9 seconds.
Well, the kickoff return came back to like the 45. And then the next play was like a 15-yard pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
SMU
almost exactly how the commentator said it was they should do.
Yeah.
They did the in route about 15 yards. It wasn't the receiver he thought it was going to be, but regardless, same idea.
Yeah, it was like this. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was the same exact idea. It was the big not post, but
the in route.
In route.
Yeah.
A high in route.
Yeah. And then I fucking hate Clemson. I was cheering so hard for SMU.
Hey, this is helping my parlay. My futures parlay. I have one. As long as Alabama gets in too, I'm golden.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that pick. Yeah, I did something similar, but mine's probably screwed because I needed Alabama and Miami. And
I have one like that too, but that's not for as much money as the one with just Alabama.
That one's gonna bite me in the ass. But that's all right.
I can't believe Clemson is in it, and they might be a top 4. They may get a bye.
And see, I picked 9 out of the 12 teams for the playoff. I did not pick Clemson as one of the 9, but I didn't pick SMU either. So yeah, this is definitely chalked because here's my 9. I had Ohio State, Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, Miami, Penn State, Oregon, and Notre Dame. Those were the 9 of the 12. So
I don't know if Miami's.
I don't think so.
I think they're going to be the one looking in, the last one out, or first one out. Unfortunately, because they're ranked number 12, I think, above. I think Alabama's ranked number 11 right now. So
yeah, and I think Miami right now has a 1% chance making the playoff. So
just gotta hope the committee is just like someone on the committee is like, yeah, we got to put in Miami. Did you see what Cam Ward can do? He'll make the run. Which he could. Dude. Like that's the thing is like they could.
Like right now, if I put Miami in, it shows Miami would play Ohio State first. So
yeah, and they just came off a tough loss to a shitty.
Yeah, but it'd be
team.
A little bit. They'd have some time to cool down.
Yeah. I don't know. Losing to your rival like that doesn't
also
usually
too the number 1 offense in college football. They're on the edge of making the playoff. Don't you want to put them in there? Kind of see how it goes.
I do want to see how it goes. Cause Cam Ward's kind of he's like a college Josh Allen. He makes some crazy ass throws, crazy ass runs, and like sometimes he makes crazy dumb decisions too, like throwing across his body to the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm. He's so relaxed. He's never rushed. He's never panicked. It's unbelievable to see. You don't normally see that anymore, especially at the college level.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you see him kind of scrambling back in the pocket, he's just kind of nonchalantly just running around. He's not really doing it for speed. Yeah. It's like he's the quarterback for both teams.
Yeah,
out in the yard,
all-time quarterback.
Yeah. That's how it looks when he's back in the pocket. All right. So, and then Oregon beat Penn State. I mean,
That
I think
wasn't
we
close. That
no.
score, like, don't get me wrong, Penn State has really good running backs and a really good tight end, but their team is just not anywhere close to the level of Oregon, and James Franklin's a moron. So
Yes.
they're never gonna get in. They will not win the national championship. Is there a bet for them to not win it? Because I can guarantee they will not, unless something happens to where like all the really good teams get knocked out.
Right.
But I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I don't see that either. So let's go ahead and predict what we think the 12-team playoff is going to be, because as of right now,
playoff predictor. Okay, I'm going to playoff predictor right now. So
I was going to something different.
So Georgia definitely has a bye. Oregon has a bye.
Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and then who's the other one? Clemson.
Clemson, yeah.
Those four are definitely in. So that's your 1 through 4, right? So Oregon's going to be number 1, I would assume.
Yes.
They've finished number 1. And then you're probably going to put Georgia at number 2, Clemson at 3, Boise State at 4. Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can't put Arizona State in there.
No, because well, I don't know. No, because the Big 12 is not as, even though the ACC wasn't fantastic this year, it was definitely better than the Big 12.
Yeah.
So, but then, yeah, I mean, then Arizona State.
That's crazy, though, that Clemson gets a bye.
Yeah. Do you know they've now won 8 out of the last 10 ACC championship games?
Not surprising.
I mean,
I am too. Trust me, I know. And do you know what? Louisville beat the brakes off them, like destroyed them this year.
Yeah, we didn't even have a chance to play them. We didn't even have them on our schedule at all for Miami. So.
Oh yeah, you did not.
No. All right, so I still think Texas gets in.
Texas is definitely in. Penn State's definitely in.
So that's 6.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, probably.
They're definitely in.
Now, what? Yeah, well, yeah. What about Indiana?
In.
Okay, so that's 9.
Tennessee in.
Yes, Tennessee's in. I don't. Does SMU stay in?
Alabama in.
Does SMU stay in though?
So we'll put in Alabama. How many teams does that make?
10.
Yeah, I think SMU's still in. I don't think they're going to drop 5 spots.
But would you keep? Oh, I didn't even think about Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State's in. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's 10 before, or that's 11.
With SMU?
No, that's 10. Right?
So the top 7 are in right now. They're in the rankings right now. So that's 7. And then you have to add in Boise State, which is 8. Clemson, 9. Then Indiana, 10.
And you said Alabama. So
11.
that would be 11.
So
now
SMU
now you have SMU or Miami. What's the call? Like the one team went to the ACC championship and lost, but Miami wasn't in the SEC or ACC championship. Miami has a more prolific offense, way more. But again, I guess you gotta look at the schedule, right? So let's see. SMU lost to BYU. That's a bad loss. And they lost to Clemson, obviously, in the in the championship game. But
Was BYU
Miami,
ranked? I think BYU was good at some point.
Miami had 2 bad losses. They lost to Georgia Tech, and which I don't think is that bad of a loss, but it's still a bad loss.
It's not a good loss.
And then but then they lost to Syracuse. That's a bad loss.
And they lost them at the end of the season.
Yeah,
which is not good.
I
don't know.
Actually, Syracuse finished 9-3.
Yeah, Syracuse was not terrible. They had Kyle McCord from.
They beat UNLV. They beat Georgia Tech. They lost badly at Pitt.
Yeah, the problem is everyone that you played is not ranked.
Not good. Yeah.
I mean,
Louisville was ranked at the time.
Yes,
Louisville was ranked at the time.
Not good ranking.
Duke was ranked at the time. But yeah, but other than that, and wasn't Florida ranked at the beginning of the year, or no? I don't remember if Florida was ranked. I don't remember. I don't know. It's obviously going to come down to schedule, right? But also, too, when it comes to SMU, you know, their schedule's not fantastic either. I don't know. It's
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's we'll see in about
I guess,
an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think you and I are on the same page with who's in, but I don't know. I'd
rather see Miami.
What sells tickets, right? Points.
The blue blood of the NCAA football.
But man, what about the shitstorm that's going to hit if Miami does get in over SMU?
Oh, that's going to be crazy. I'd rather see it. I mean, but did you see the people in the playoff, college football playoff watching the championship games?
No.
They showed a video of like their setup and how they're watching. Dude, they had fucking like 32-inch TVs and they were all sitting like 15 feet away. They couldn't even fucking see the games. It was fucking wild. And they were all just sitting there like, and just not even like reacting, nothing. They weren't eating wings. They weren't drinking beer. They weren't doing anything. They were just, it was bad. Why are those people?
So
why are those people picking the games?
Just to give you some perspective, you ready for this? You know how many points Miami averaged a game this year?
I'm going to guess probably in the 40s. I'm going to say 43.
44.
Holy shit. I am not looking at it. Holy shit.
Yeah. 44 points a game they averaged.
Wow.
And they're never out of any game.
No.
If you remember the Cal game.
They were down
25. 25 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and they won.
Yeah. That offense is crazy. It can.
Yeah, our defense is suspect, obviously.
Yeah.
But I am curious though on what SMU averaged for the year. I wonder if do you think they take that into consideration or no?
I mean, I think so. I don't know. I don't know how they take what they do.
Oh, they played an extra game though. So.
Who?
Wow.
Oh, SMU. Yeah.
SMU apparently no, that can't be right. There's no way that's right. I fucked up something on the math. Never mind. I don't care anymore.
You can look at the. It's in the stats.
Teams yeah. 39.9. They averaged. Okay, yeah. So I fucked up my math somehow. They had 519 points total on the year. And I actually, my math was wrong on Miami too. They averaged 46 points a game.
Okay.
So
it's just a little stat for you. Ashton Genty outrushed the entirety of SMU. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
What's I'm just curious stats. So Cam Ward came in second as far as passing yards go.
He also outrushed Miami.
Well, yeah. I mean,
y'all were a passing team. I mean, y'all.
Which is crazy because we have 2 solidified running backs. Which is just nuts because you don't normally see that.
No.
In college football, Damian Martinez and Mark Fletcher. It's powerful.
Louisville has like a bunch of running backs that are really good. Just plug and play.
All right. Well, we'll see how the makes the playoff in an hour and 13 minutes from now.
Yep.
All right. Quickly, college basketball news. So earlier this week, the number 1 ranked Kansas lost to Creighton, unranked Creighton, this week. And then number 2 Auburn lost to Duke. So I think now Tennessee will probably move up to number 1.
Kentucky too.
And then Kentucky will be second because Kentucky went to Seattle last night and beat number 7 Gonzaga in overtime after Kentucky was down by 18.
Yeah, when I checked that game, you all were down big, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I was surprised to see that.
We are a live by the 3, die by the 3. Mark Pope, he wants them shooting 33s a game, and when you're missing, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
But if you have good shooters,
we have 3 or 4 fantastic shooters.
It works.
And
look at the Celtics
and 2
did.
come off the bench, which is nuts. But yeah, they outlasted Gonzaga 90-89 in overtime last night. Yeah, that was a late game because that didn't start till like 9:45. And then your Louisville Cardinals, Chad, they play today. Tell me about it.
I can't wait for them to lose. Probably won't watch. I mean, I may have a side TV to watch it, but yeah, Louisville's hot and cold. They beat the brakes off Indiana, but then they lost Ole Miss. We'll see what happens. I think that we're just gonna play spoiler this year.
Oh, that's here, huh?
Is it?
That's in Louisville. Yeah, that's at Louisville.
So hey, be embarrassing. If
I don't know. That's Duke minus 8.5. I'll take the 8.5.
Yeah,
Give me 8.5.
Wait, are you serious?
According to ESPN, says 8.5.
Wait.
ESPN bet 8.5.
Did I never put that parlay in? Fuck me. I never put the fucking goddamn parlay in. Shit. I'm an idiot. Okay. So what? No. You're full of shit.
Yeah, it says 8.5. I don't know what the sports books are saying, but
I'll have to find out.
Well, ESPN bet is a sports book now, so
yeah, they have it at 9 on Fanatics.
Oh yeah, give me that 9. Give me that all day.
I'm putting 5 on that. That was easy. Okay, I just made $5. Louisville is not like that. They are a work in progress. They are not ready to take on Duke, who just beat Auburn. Auburn's always very good. They're very well coached by
very well.
What's his face?
Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl. Yeah, I was thinking. I was like Tennessee coach. What's his name?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know.
Stranger things have happened.
I know our teams are built different. Kentucky and Louisville, but we beat Duke, and Cooper Flagg had 26 points. So
yeah, he can whenever he's limited. Whenever people they focus on him, it seems like they don't play as well. I bet he had to shoot a lot to get that 26 points.
19 field goals.
Yeah, so that's a lot.
Yeah. And he was 9 of 19 shooting against Kentucky and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. So he also had 11 rebounds. That's pretty good for the potential, well, not potential, the number 1 overall pick.
I mean, you never know. I have to go pee, April. Though. I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, I think Louisville is a tough place to play, and I don't know. I give me the points on that. I like the 8.5 or 9 or whatever it is. That's a good play to make. I'd make that. I'm actually going to make that bet as we're waiting on Chad to come back. So let me do a. Let's see. I'm gonna say.
Now I know why Scott Hansen takes 3 hours before and does not drink anything or eat anything before red zone. Because I drank coffee and it went right through me.
I'm going to actually place the bet for Louisville to cover the 8.5. And I said it while you were gone, but
why are you going against my bet?
What do you mean?
I put a bet on Duke -9. You're going against my bet, bro?
But
I'm just fucking with you.
Louisville is a tough place to play. No matter how good or bad the team is.
Yeah.
It's a tough arena to play in. So
especially when Louisville's getting better and everyone knows that we're getting better. Why is my stream freezing? Why is everything freezing?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening there. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. But you were saying about Louisville.
Yeah, but I mean, when everyone knows that Louisville's playing better and want to go see them, they'll actually want to go see them, especially when they're playing a really good team for a potential upset. It can get very loud in the Yum Center. It's designed to get loud.
Yeah, and I forgot who it was. Was it the Tennessee game, I think, when y'all played? I was at work that day, and I worked downtown. And I'd never seen so many fans leaving a game early. I mean, that was nuts. I saw them all packing into the arena, and then it felt like an hour later they were all pouring out, and there was still like 18 minutes left in the game. But yeah, y'all have a tough schedule. I mean, overall, you've had a tough schedule to begin the season.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get any easier because you play Duke today. Next Saturday, you play us.
Yep.
You play Kentucky. So.
Is it in
Lexington?
Oh, fuck.
In Lexington. 5:15 p.m. on Saturday next week.
15. Should be an 8 o'clock game.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they flex college basketball games. But if y'all beat Duke today, they might. You just can't lose to UTEP in between Duke and Kentucky. That'd be a bad look.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Let's get to the NFL. Let's get to some pick'ems. And then do you have your pick of the week, your parlay pick of the week?
Yeah, I got it. Okay. I got it.
All right. I have mine as well, so I'll share that when we get to it. But first, let us start with saying how fucked over the Packers were on Thursday night.
Yeah, that
by
was
the
ridiculous.
referees.
That was so ridiculous. I was talking with my buddy at work. That it was just like, like how's that happen? How are the refs allowed to do that? How are they allowed to do this fucking replay assist? Who gets to choose what plays get that to where they don't have to throw a challenge flag?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. If you're gonna do that, you should give a challenge to the other team. Because you just made, like, you only get 2 challenges per game.
Mm-hmm. A third if you win both of them, but yeah.
I don't understand replay assist.
I don't either, because there was, just off the top of my head, 3 or 4 15-yard penalties that were not called that ended drives for the Packers. You had Zadarius Smith hitting Jordan Love in the head.
Yep.
You had the Lions receiver. Was it St. Brown, I think, that did it to McKinney, where he went to block him, but both his hands went up into his helmet and threw his helmet off. That should have been hands to the face. That would have ended the Lions drive. And then Watson was damn near tackled in the end zone, and it wasn't called. I mean, I personally don't like blaming the refs on things, but when it's blatantly over and over and over again. And the thing too, and then they also called that pick play. Remember, they called Watson for a pick penalty.
Oh, even though the guy ran into him.
Yeah, even though he was running a route, he didn't stop like they normally do. And then, whenever it was later on in the game, the Lions did the exact same thing, and it wasn't called. I don't know.
It was not a very well officiated game. It was clear and obvious that they were trying to help the Lions. I don't know if it's a Vegas thing that they're like, because the defense, I was talking about the Lions defense before that, how they're all hurt and like they're not going to be able to keep up with the Packers because of their defense being hurt. And then lo and behold, here we go. Refs felt like y'all are playing Kansas City, in Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean we scored 31 points. I easily think that we would have had at least 2 more touchdowns if those missed calls weren't missed. And hell, even the Lions might have had a touchdown taken away from them.
Yeah.
So I know it's a loss on our record, but it's definitely better than the first game against Detroit this year for us. And I feel, even though we lost technically, I feel better now than I did before that game. Just the way that the resiliency by our offense to be able to.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It wasn't an ass kicking, and not like y'all got your. It was a close game the entire game.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the rest of the games. So starting today at 1:00, exactly 2 hours from now, the Jaguars are visiting the Titans. Obviously, no Trevor Lawrence for the Jaguars, and the Titans are a shit show anyway. Our first ugly game. Who you rolling with, Chad?
Yeah, I'm not gonna choose Mac Jones, so I'm going with the Titans on this one. This is a who's gonna quit game. I think the Jags are probably going to give up because, I mean, what do they have to win? I mean, what if they win? Their draft position gets worse. So I think Titans will win.
And they're the worst record, right?
Yeah, they're tied for the worst record.
Oh, who are they tied with?
I think Raiders.
Oh, Giants. Giants.
Giants and
actually.
Raiders.
Oh, Raiders too. Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep. Pretty bad teams here facing each other.
Yeah. It's I'm only my pick is strictly because of who's at home. And the fact that Trevor Lawrence isn't playing. So, yeah, it's the Titans for me as well.
It's not like Trevor Lawrence was playing spectacularly before this.
No,
either.
no, but I mean, a bad team like the Titans, I'm gonna take who's supposed to be the superior quarterback of the two. I'm gonna pick him to win. All right, next one is the Jets at the Dolphins. Jets will be without Breece Hall. They will not have Breece Hall in this game. I think that's why
Braylon
the line
Allen
is what it
stock.
is. Yeah, but I think that's why the line is what it is. At Dolphins being favored by 6. I'm taking the Dolphins in this. Pretty easy for me.
Yeah, Dolphins at home. So it's not gonna be freezing cold. I think they bounce back and win. Wait, did they lose last week?
They did. They lost on Thanksgiving to us
That's right. That's right. In the cold.
in the cold. Yep.
Yeah. So I Dolphins. They're not terrible now. I mean, like they got their offense going now again. Tua's back to being healthy, so I'll take the Dolphins pretty easily on this one. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has anything left in him.
Nope. I agree with that wholeheartedly. All right. And Captain Kirk returns to Minnesota. Is he going to have an MVP game, or is your Vikings going to make him regret leaving? What do you think?
I think that he's gonna have a pretty bad game. Brian Flores knows Kirk Cousins. They had him last year, so unless something miraculous happens, the Falcons haven't looked good in the last few games, so I'm going with the Vikings. I don't see a Kirk Cousins MVP game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Vikings in this, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just the Falcons haven't looked good at all, really overall. Obviously, being 6-6, but Minnesota's is a good team, and they're at home, so it should. I'll take the 6 on that. Definitely take the points in that game.
Yeah, I mean the Vikings have beaten the brakes off pretty good teams, and the Falcons are not a good team. So,
all right. Just real quick before we move on to the next one, the newest, and I don't know if it has any bearing on it at all, but the newest AP poll was released for college football, and it's showing Miami as 14th.
whoa, what the fuck? How? Wait, 15, 14. Let's see what the difference is. What?
What?
How did y'all drop that far?
I don't know.
You sure it's
I don't know. We dropped 6 spots. I have no idea.
Y'all dropped 7 spots in the fucking coaches poll.
Yeah, when you lose to Syracuse, you're
Well, that was
gonna.
last week. This
I
was
know,
the
but
championship week. Like, how'd y'all drop without even playing a game? How'd y'all drop that much without playing a game? South Carolina didn't play a game.
That's true. And they moved up 3 spots somehow. Yeah, it's tough. But this is not the playoff rankings.
No. This has no effect on the playoff rankings either.
I didn't think so either. But
I don't even think any of these polls matter, frankly, other than the college football playoff.
I think that the AP poll, I think, has more bearing on anything. The media poll and the coaches poll have nothing. That's nothing.
So does that change? They still have SMU as 8. This isn't updated. There's no way.
No, I'm showing AP poll. Miami's actually 15th.
It's not on
because it's showing Oregon number 1 last week versus Penn State.
It just updated for me. Okay.
Yeah, so it's showing SMU 12th, Clemson 13th. But Clemson won the ACC championship, so obviously they're going to be in. So but that's not the playoff ranking. I wanted to look at this because I was just curious on what it was going to show. But I don't know. We'll see. Less than an hour away, we'll get the actual playoff rankings. Is it going to be like a show where they do a countdown thing?
I don't know.
They just release them all at once. All right. Let's get back to the NFL picks. Get these.
SMU may not get in.
You don't think?
Clemson, Alabama, Arizona State, Indiana, Boise State, Tennessee, Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, Notre Dame, Georgia, Oregon. That's 12 without SMU. SMU may not even get in, let alone Miami. That's unfortunate that they dropped that much.
Yeah.
After losing one game.
That's a bad loss, though.
Yeah, but Syracuse is ranked now, 22.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were ranked before, I guess, right? Because it says they only went up one spot.
Yeah, they were ranked 23 last week.
They weren't ranked when we played them, though, because I don't remember seeing a ranking next to them. They must have moved up into the top 25 after beating us.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
All right. Back to the picks. So we both picked the Vikings to win, and on to the Saints at the Giants. Who are you rolling with, Chad?
Saints. Giants are garbage. I mean, who's starting quarterback?
I don't even know.
Yeah. No.
Does it matter? I don't think it matters.
I don't think so. Dexter Lawrence is out. This is an ugly game. Another ugly game.
Kamara's going to have a field day if Lawrence isn't playing. All right. And yes, it is Drew Lock as the starter, it says. All right. And then we have the Panthers at the Eagles. So, just a quick side story. There was a bettor in the state of Kentucky that made a $3.1 million bet backing the Eagles to beat the Panthers today. It's about as safe as a bet as you can make, I guess, with the NFL.
Yeah.
But why not turn it into like a 3-pick parlay? Why not Saquon over, 75 rushing yards and,
touchdown.
Jalen Hurts over 150 yards passing. Then, let that do that, as opposed to just the straight up money line.
Yeah, or take the spread. Take the spread. You get double your money.
Yeah, the spread is good. The spread would be a good one to do. Yeah, Eagles are definitely winning this game. There's no.
Oh yeah,
they're not losing this.
No, unless something tragic happens.
Jalen Hurts would have to get hurt. Saquon would have to get hurt. AJ Brown would have to get hurt, and Nick Sirianni would have to be arrested. And they still might win.
No, if he gets arrested, I think that they'll be just fine. I think they actually may score more.
They could go tailgating the Eagles team. They could go tailgate and still win.
Probably. Although the Panthers haven't looked too bad lately. They played the Chiefs pretty close, even though the Chiefs have been kind of suspect this year.
Yeah, the Chiefs have not looked great. All right, so both of us rolling with the Eagles. All right, Browns at the Steelers.
Steelers about to fucking beat the shit out of them.
Are they?
Oh yeah, big time.
Are they?
Big time.
Because, if you recall, the last time they played each other, Cleveland beat them, and that was only 2 weeks ago.
I understand that. But also the Browns haven't won at the Steelers since Tim Couch. So
really,
I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. So yeah, and I think that this is a top dog AFC North. I'm the best team in the AFC North. Flexing. Did the Steelers lose last week or something?
The Steelers,
feels like they've.
No, they beat Cincinnati.
Oh, that's right. They lost that's
they lost the week
Browns,
before at Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Steelers.
The smart pick is obviously the Steelers. I did pick the Steelers as far as our picks go, but I did make a side bet for Cleveland to win.
Your brother.
No, just because it feels you never know with an AFC North.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going out on a limb and saying it's they're gonna shit pump them. But Jameis is gonna be Jameis, so you never know.
And if Baltimore wants a chance at winning the AFC North, they need Cleveland to win this game.
True. Absolutely.
So Baltimore will definitely be cheering for Cleveland today. All right. Raiders at the Buccaneers. Pretty easy pick, right?
Yeah.
Buccaneers, easy win.
Yeah. I think Buccaneers take the division after this point. After the Falcons lose.
Yeah. The Falcons will have to lose, but we both think that'll happen for sure. Falcons have also lost 3 in a row. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, they started the season bad too.
That's true. They did have that little stretch where they won like 5 out of 6 or something.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Buccaneers easy on that one. Seahawks at the Cardinals. Little AFC West showdown.
Cardinals just lost a heartbreaker to the Vikings. I'm going
or
with Cardinals.
NFC West, sorry. I don't know why I said AFC. NFC West.
Yeah, I'm going with Cardinals. They're at home.
Yeah, Seattle's been weird this way. Though, I will tell you, though, they're much better on the road this year. They're 4-1 on the road. So, I don't know.
The averages
have they already
would
played?
say they would lose this game then.
That's true. Have they already played the Cardinals? They did.
So.
And they beat them.
Mm.
They beat them by 10. But it was a bad game. It was 16-6.
Ooh.
That's an ugly game. I don't know. I'm gonna take Seattle in this one.
I don't blame you.
It's a division game, and Seattle's playing better on the road. So I'll take Seattle. I'll take Seattle on this.
Wait, we have 4 o'clock games?
3.
Okay.
All right. Did I miss one?
3.
Oh.
No, you had Raiders Buccaneers. I think that's Raiders Buccaneers is a 1. Okay. No, you're good.
Okay. All right. Bills at the Rams. I know the Rams are kind of sneaky. You never know what you're going to get from them. But I'm actually surprised by this line. Only 3.5 for Buffalo. Buffalo's playing phenomenal. Josh Allen, MVP frontrunner. It's hard for me to buy into a 3.5. So I'm going to take the Bills and double that for me. I'm going to take Bills plus or -7. That's what I think.
The Rams are playing better. They're contending for the NFC West. This is an important game for them because of the Seahawks-Cardinals game. If the Seahawks lose, then they're 7-6. They're 7-6, and if the Rams win, they're 7-6. So, but I'm still going Bills. But I like the line. I mean, I think that the Rams are a little bit under. I guess they're not underrated since the Bills. They only had the Bills by 3.5. But I think it'll be a tough game.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen will flex those muscles.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Yeah. It is amazing how much better Buffalo looks this year. After losing Diggs, and you're not sure what they're going to get from the wide receiver position, and you just get Josh Allen playing like an MVP. That's what you get.
Yeah.
So let's so obviously you're rolling with the Bills, right?
Yeah.
I heard you. Yeah. Okay. Bears at the 49ers. So real quick, the 49ers are going to be without both of their running backs. Both running backs.
Jordan Mason and Christian McCaffrey.
And Christian McCaffrey, which opens the door for Isaac Guerendo.
Fuck yeah, let's go. I actually might put a bet on him. I like Isaac Guerendo.
I think that because of both of those guys being out, Guerendo obviously is going to get a lot more opportunity, but I think that they're going to utilize Debo a lot more too. So it might be I think they're going to put Debo in the backfield. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's what they've done in the past when McCaffrey's been out, and they didn't have Jordan Mason before. They throw Debo back there, So, and then they do Debo on those wide receiver sweeps, just that's even with McCaffrey. So, I just think more of that is going to be needed today. And Chicago finds ways to lose games. So I'm not going to pick Chicago on this. There's no way.
Yeah, they're predicting a lot of yards for Isaac Guerendo.
What's the over under?
He is 70.5. That's a lot.
Yeah, but it's also,
Debo's is only 10.5.
But it's Kyle Shanahan.
I'm gonna go over 10.5 for fucking Debo. That's
rushing.
Yeah. Oh,
I could see if he gets 3 or 4 rushing attempts, I could see easy.
Yeah, like
easy getting.
Who are the other running backs other than Isaac Guerendo?
And also too, who's Chicago's defense?
Yeah, Chicago's been suspect all year.
Yeah, and that's what I just said. Like, you can't trust Chicago to. They always they come close, and then they always find a way of losing. That's just what they've been doing this year, and it even came evident on Thanksgiving. Remember, they played Detroit, and they had that debacle of time management. Yeah. Though they do have a new head coach now, right? Well, Chicago. So
interim.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying you don't know how the team's going to perform. No. But I'm going to pick the 49ers in this, obviously. I'm assuming you're doing the same.
Yes, doing the same. They just locked the fucking bet for Debo Samuel. I'm betting they're changing it right now.
Probably because everybody's waking up and seeing what the 10.5 line. They're like, wait a second, we got to fix this.
Let me see if I can get that on DraftKings. Because Fanatics
All
have
right,
it fucking locked up.
the next game is going to be Sunday Night Football. Michael's Chargers at Kansas City. It's a primetime night game in Kansas City. The Chiefs are going to be ready. Arrowhead's going to be ready. The referees are going to be ready. It's Chiefs are currently favored by 4 in this game. Chiefs have not looked great all year, but they've somehow won 11 of 12 games. So I'm not sure what we're going to get from them.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the Chargers have not looked that good, but the Chiefs haven't either. So, and Chiefs are a -4. I would definitely take +4 on the Chargers because I don't think that the Chiefs are really that like good.
And it's a 47-degree day in Kansas City, no snow. So no weather of any kind. And it's going to be in the mid 40s. So weather won't play a factor in there.
Huh.
But also
Okay.
too, they played the Chargers and I think they won by 7 last time. Let's see. Yeah, 17-10. They beat the Chargers.
Actually, you know what? Prime time. It's Chris Collinsworth.
I think you were looking.
It.
I think you were looking at the bets when I was saying this. It's prime time. Kansas City in Arrowhead with
Chris
the refs.
Chris Collinsworth sucking off Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it's
the entire broadcast.
But you ready for this? Guess who won't be at the game?
Tay-Tay?
Yeah.
Tay-Tay's not going to be there?
That's what's being reported.
Ooh. Is there something going on? Is she
it's probably just her schedule.
Trouble in Paradise?
It's probably just her schedule.
I just changed my pick to the Kansas City now that we talked about that.
She has a concert in Vancouver tonight at 7. So
that might interfere a little bit.
It might interfere a little bit, yeah. Yeah. But oh god, apparently she has another one December 13th, but that's a Friday, and then she doesn't have another one till March. So she's going to be at every single Kansas City game after today.
Yep, and they're all going to be at home.
Are they?
Not after today, like in the playoffs, they'll be at home.
Oh, yeah. I was like, who made their schedule to finish off like 5 or 6 in a row at home?
Roger Goodell.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So let's see the Chiefs' schedule. They play the Chargers tonight, then they're at Cleveland, then they're at home against the Texans, and then they finish the season at Pittsburgh and at Denver. Those are 2 tough games because Denver's defense is for real. That's a tough finish before the playoffs. All right, and then we have Monday night. We have the Bengals at the Cowboys. What's left of the Cowboys, anyway?
Yeah, the Cowboys are bad.
Bengals are favored by 5.5, but the Bengals, dude, their defense is awful. I think they're ranked the worst defense in the NFL. And it's crazy because if you were to just look at the stats for Joe Burrow, you wouldn't think that they're 4-8.
No, you think he's the MVP.
Clear MVP. And if they had a winning record, you'd probably be able to.
Absolutely.
You'd probably put him as a clear MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just unbelievable the season he's having. He's leading the league in passing yards. I believe he's leading the league in touchdown passes too.
I think so. I think he is. He might be. Let's look at stats.
He has
Season
30
leaders.
touchdowns.
He's leading the league in
He is
passing
leading.
yards.
Lamar has second with 29, and then Jared Goff and Baker have 25. And he's only thrown 5 interceptions.
Yep.
He's been sacked 30 times, though. That's not good.
Third in QBR. Fourth in rating. Yeah, he's been sacked a decent amount. Actually, he's only
His completion
10th.
percentage isn't great, but he's 10th in completion percentage. But the
yards are there. The touchdowns are there.
Yeah. Well, when you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, you're gonna get yards.
You know who's leading second in yards per game? Russell Wilson. Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, but his stats are a little skewed because he hasn't played the whole year.
Well, I'm just saying yards per game. Yeah. He's second. He's only played 6 games, but he's up there as far as like per game.
Yeah.
But overall, the season, Joe Burrow would be number 1. Although Lamar's having a pretty good season.
He is, yes. I don't know who the hell he's throwing the football to, but
yeah, I don't. 29 touchdowns.
Apparently, Zay Flowers is the leading receiver for. He has 863 yards of that 3,200. So I guess the rest are just kind of sprinkled in because they don't have another pass catcher in the top 50 other than Zay Flowers. So they have to have a bunch of people at, 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah.
All right. I'm rolling with the Bengals in this.
Same.
I think it should be an easy pick. Dallas sucks. So.
Yeah, Joe Burrow will win this game for the Bengals.
Obviously, probably one of my worst season predictions ever. I'm picking the Cowboys to win the division. one of the absolute worst.
I picked the Jags, so.
Oh yeah, that's tough too.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Just bets. Let's do. What's your parlay for the week?
I'm doing the Vikings. I have it on the screen. It is 4-leg same game parlay from Fanatics. Aaron Jones 35 plus yards rushing. Jordan Addison 3 receptions. Justin Jefferson 50 yards receiving, and Jordan Addison 35 yards receiving. Which these have all hit in the last games and will continue to hit as long as Justin Jefferson keeps getting blanketed, double teamed. Jordan Addison will be just there to soak up the yards and receptions. But Justin Jefferson's still going to get his. So it's a plus 115 on Fanatics. So feel good about it.
All right. I went a little bit different. I wanted to do touchdown scores this week. That's what I decided to do. So I actually placed 2 different touchdown scorer parlays. One of them is a 4-pick, and that's the one I'm going to give you.
All right.
Okay. A 4-pick touchdown score. We have Tyreek Hill. They're at home. They're against the Jets. I like Tyreek Hill to score.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley, obviously. That's an easy one that you're going to get.
You could get that in the first quarter, probably.
Mike Evans. Why not? Right? It's Mike Evans. He's almost a guaranteed touchdown scorer. They're at home, and they're playing the Raiders. And then the final one, the Rams are going to need to score points in order to keep up with Buffalo. So I have Cooper Kupp scoring a touchdown. So that's my 4-pick. Tyreek, Saquon, Mike Evans, and Cooper Kupp. And I put a without a parlay boost, it's a plus 1600.
Okay.
Plus 1600.
If you do it now, it's plus 1351. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when I placed the bet, I placed it.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I placed it last night. So
that's good. That's good that.
So with my boost, it's actually a plus 2000. So I like that. You know, a $10 bet will pay 200. So
I hate the minimum odd legs of minus 250 because now Saquon's minus 265.
Oh, it was a 240 yesterday. Oh, maybe that's why it worked out in my favor.
Probably.
So yeah, 4-pick: Tyreek Hill, Saquon, Mike Evans, and Cooper Kupp, all to get in the end zone.
I'm gonna put Aaron Jones on.
I do have an 8-pick one, but that was strictly running backs. An 8-pick running back parlay for touchdowns. Running backs seem to do pretty well at getting in the end zone this year, so that's why I did a.
All right, I'm putting 5 on this. I got everyone you picked except for I'm switching out Saquon with Aaron Jones. Plus 1633.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it hits it.
Yeah, I don't know. You were doing that bet. I don't know if you heard me. I did an 8-pick running back touchdown parlay as well.
Oh boy. Where'd you do that on?
FanDuel. Yeah. It's a plus 7,500.
Who you got?
Bucky Irving, Najee Harris,
okay.
Saquon, obviously, Aaron Jones, Devon Achane, Isaiah Pacheco, Chase Brown, and your boy, Isaac Guerendo.
Did you say Kamara?
No, I did not put Kamara on this.
ETN?
Nope. Bucky Irving, Najee Harris,
okay.
Saquon,
okay.
Aaron Jones,
okay.
Devon Achane,
yep.
Isaac Guerendo, Isaiah Pacheco, Chase Brown.
All right, let's see. That's a plus 5,800 on DraftKings.
Yeah, so that's gone down. Oh, DraftKings. Okay.
We'll see.
One of these are going to hit.
Hopefully. I hope.
I've been doing one of these every week. I had a 5-pick touchdown score hit. That's the only one I had hit with these touchdown scores. So,
hope I'm hoping too.
One out of 13 is not bad. if you think 13 weeks of the NFL, so we're on week 14. I'm due. All right, last little thing that happened. I just thought it was crazy, right?
Yeah, that was
in
crazy.
the NBA last night. Jokic dropped 56. 56.
Yeah.
And they lost to the worst team in the NBA in Washington. Washington had a 16-game losing streak going on. And the Nuggets lost.
Yeah, before Jokic went off, they were down pretty good.
Were they?
Yeah,
okay, I didn't even watch it. So.
I wasn't watching. I just saw this kept looking at the score because I was so shocked that Denver was losing so badly. I guess Jokic brought him back and almost won the game. But yeah, you shouldn't lose to the Wizards like that. Also,
Jordan Poole had 39.
Wow. So he's a hot and cold type dude.
Oh, definitely. Well, he shot 9 of 20 from 3. He shot 23s. 20.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Ja Morant's really good.
Oh my God. Dude, Steph doesn't even shoot 23s. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a good percentage for 3, but that's too many threes, bro, for one person.
By the way, I don't like giving in to rumors as far as trades go, especially in the NBA. But I'm gonna do it now. I'm doing it. I'm gonna give in to the rumor mill for this. It's gonna happen.
What?
Lakers are struggling right now. Really bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
Really bad. Guess who else is struggling right now? Really bad. Golden State.
Are they?
I think that they will. I don't think Steph leaves Golden State. I just don't think that happens. I like LeBron being traded to Golden State.
I think the Warriors are really struggling. Okay, never mind. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. They've lost 6 of 7.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So both teams started off great. Remember we talked about it, right? Boston was great, Cleveland was great, and it was unbelievable. The Warriors were number 1 in the West. Now they're 5th, but the West isn't all that great as far as the win-loss records go. And Cleveland is actually, I know they've won 4 in a row lately, but that was they won 3 in a row prior to last night. But they were they lost like 3 out of their last 6 games or something it was, I think. So they've kind of hit a little speed bump. But, we're still we're about a quarter of the way done on the season already. And I don't know. I think there's going to be a blockbuster trade between the Lakers and the Warriors. I'm giving in to the rumor. I'm giving in. All right, Chad. Plus minus. What do you got? You can go back. The last 2 weeks.
Well, my fucking team sucks in Dynasty League. I won the championship last year, as many may know, because I talk about it a lot. But dude, it's bad. I have to put in Michael Wilson as a wide receiver right now, and I have to take one of my players out of the taxi squad, who's actually Braylon Allen, which is good, but I also have to drop a player to put him in there.
So, real quick, breaking news. George Pickens is inactive today for Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
Inactive. That just makes that game even tougher.
Yeah.
All right. Did you give your plus?
No. I don't really have a plus. No pluses this week. Fucking Taysom Hill's on IR too. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, dude. Did you not see what happened to him? Oh, he got fucking annihilated last week. Absolutely annihilated. All right, so for my plus minus, my minus is it doesn't look good for Miami to make the college football playoff. It's not good. Not good. We were throughout the season. It was, oh man, they could contend for a national championship, and then they lost 2 out of 3 games in the season, and it's not looking good.
No, it's not.
I hope the committee does it, but after that AP poll dropped,
that's tough.
I don't know. I know they don't use that, but I don't know. Being ranked 15th, that's tough. I don't know if they can do it. But here's to hoping.
Yeah.
And then my plus for the week is I'm feeling pretty good about Kentucky. I know we haven't gotten Kentucky basketball. I know we haven't gotten into SEC play, and we'll learn a lot when we get into SEC play. But as of right now, we're beating good teams. We are beating the good teams, and leading up to this year, we could not beat those big teams. We get out-coached, outplayed, out everything. And it seems to be a little bit different this year so far. So that's my plus for the week. You got anything else, Chad?
No, I don't think I got anything else. I'm getting hounded.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, let's get out of here. Enjoy some football today. Good luck to Louisville tonight.
Yep.
Everybody's going to cheer for Louisville to win because they're playing Duke. Yep. All right. We will talk to you all next week. And by the way, if we're not back Wednesday, Kentucky Louisville next Saturday, 5:15 p.m. on ESPN.
Can't wait.
We'll see you then.